through very radical, deep transformations, that you will gain something. I've often said, and I still believe it to be true, if technology were to disappear entirely and we were left with just the situation in which we were 15,000 years ago, then I believe that there would be a lot more harmony, a lot more dignity, shared vision, and respect. All of this would be much easier to attain. When people like Kurzweil claim that we will become machines, I say no. We must remain human. To me, that means dignity and respect for other people. It's not about integrating oneself into the cosmos. It's about actively shaping the world of man.
I totally agree with you. What I was trying to say is that even the prospect of fully integrating humanity into the cosmos may not be enough. People will continue asking themselves the same questions, but then in a new way. Well, am I already part of the machine? So what do you do then?
Yes, and can space travel in itself be exciting enough to go to Mars? Can that save us? I find it difficult to answer. Who knows? How will I know that this is the answer for once and for all? Can this vision be the solution to our problems? Is there going to be a utopia on Mars or not? And yet I would like to believe it. It's not just pure speculation, like the inventions of science fiction. People are actually working on this. There are visions that are actually being pursued by people. This makes it all somehow more serious.
I think that this is our moment. This is the kind of paradigm change. This is what is so uncanny about Kurzweil. In a positive sense, it's almost an intimate experience. You read his books and think, my God, maybe it will happen to me first. But how do you shift this humility into a higher level? It's not a good thing when it happens to you first, and then we are back at the same question. I think what is really worth fighting for. For example, I would say that while Roosevelt was the president of the United States, he was not just a political figure but an event. He was even maybe the last great historical event. I don't believe in necessary. I think that it's either a true historical event or nothing.
I think, first of all, this is the most important question that we can ask, and it's a question that must be answered with dignity and honor. And it's not just something that will happen in outer space. It's already beginning right here on Earth. And if we are not aware, for example, with this Kurzweil phenomenon, then we are going to be taken by surprise. Then something will happen that we didn't expect and that we won't understand. And then it will be too late. I also think we should declare a moratorium on certain things. As of now, no more GMOs. For me to eat genetically modified food is somehow against my dignity.
Very difficult point to make the ban universal. It would have to be prohibited at the level of genes. It will have to be prohibited as an immediate physical reaction, because once again with these gene manipulations we are in a totally new situation. There is no longer nature as such. We are so deeply socialized, so deeply embedded into your social network that when you eat an organic tomato, for example, what you eat is not just a natural food, it's society itself. You eat the whole story of the farmer and his work. And if you modify it genetically, then the product is already socialization and dehumanization of food. You are already getting its second hand.
I think it's much worse. When eggs are produced by machines in the year 3000, then we will have lost something that was deeply human. For example, a chicken is not just an egg-producing machine. That's terrible to say, but even today, in our modern world, a chicken is something that is more than just an egg-producing machine. But if you create chickens, that have no feathers because they've been genetically changed, then we have lost something that was very, very important to us without even knowing it. Yes, I think that would be horrible.
I think that it is important to pick the right fights. Vaiditik and myself, who are in our late 50s, have already lost some of the battle. We don't even realize how we are living with certain assumptions that will be totally different for younger generations. There are many things we should simply not lose. For example, I am a passionate but pragmatic cyclist, and I absolutely don't want to lose my freedom to cycle on the streets of large cities, which is practically a social space where I can meet friends, have conversations, and what you will. Now, if all the cars disappear and there are only bicycles, then people won't use the bicycles. But because other people use theirs all the time, we will remain without this freedom. So instead of fighting directly with globalization, we should focus on these very crucial points and leave everything else aside.
That's very important. If a revolution happens in neighboring Uruguay, then I don't care, because that's not my fight. But for me, personally, cycling is a passion and it's something that needs to be preserved. It's not important to organize demonstrations against cars. That's our mistake. We're doing it the wrong way around. We have to find our points of resistance and then fight for them. That's what is so difficult right now. This is a very, very difficult time.